picked a ring that he was going to buy me. And then we set a day, and this is how I set a day. Well, the first day of school is here, because remember I'm a teacher. And then there's a week before the honeymoon week, the week to get the classroom ready. See, 2 weeks before, okay, July 23rd. That's how we picked the wedding day. As soon as school got out, I packed up my classroom, I packed up my apartment stuff, I drove up in my car, he rented a U-Haul and came down and got all my stuff and brought it back. A U-Haul. You never heard of a U-Haul?
Like a small
Ready? When I visited in April, the Lord gave me signs. Because when I went to visit the elementary school that would end up hiring me in Hillcrest, I was wearing a blue, now back then, blue denim jumpers were in with a red turtleneck. There was a girl teaching the same grade that I was a first grade teacher, she was a first grade teacher. She was wearing a red turtleneck and a blue denim jumper dress, just like me. I had braces at the time, because I can't seem to get out of braces. She had braces, okay? And I just was like, it was just odd to me that we both had braces and like the same outfit on. But then to boot, when I went shopping with his mom, she opened up her checkbook, and she had the same kind of checks that I did. Exactly the same. And I was just like, wow. Okay, but here's what happens. Because our marriage at the beginning kind of started out like people who said, oh yeah, I want to be a Christian. Lord, forgive all my sin, and I want to go to heaven. Okay, I didn't really know him when I married him. Okay? You think we had a good relationship in the beginning? It was awful. And I'll tell you how it started out. I cried every single day because I missed everybody in Florida. It was what I knew. And he would see me crying, and this is how, think about words here, y'all. He would look at me, and he would say, I'd be crying, and he'd go, it's been 2 weeks. Will you dry it up? I mean, just suck it up. It's sensitive. And then he would say, because see, now think about it, if you don't have a relationship with someone, you're not going to want to give him anything. Okay? So he didn't know me, and just really endeared to me. He was like, you're not calling your sister because it's long distance. You're not he limited my phone calls, and I could only call locally because it was cheaper that way. And he was raised that his parents were very frugal. Okay, so you want to know who I could call and bond with? His mother. She was the only one local that I could call. Okay, so anyway, but here's perfect destiny. Even though we would have fight after fight after fight because neither one of us was giving up our way. I had my way, I had my opinion, he had his opinion. We fought all the time. There were many times that he took off his wedding ring and threw it at me, and I took off my wedding ring and threw it at him. He might get out of the car angry and walk. This is in the very, very beginning. Why were our words so angry? Because I wasn't willing to have relationship with him. I don't know I can't describe it. If he was, sometimes he would like joke around with me, maybe put his arm around me, and I was like, don't touch me. And it was because I had a heart issue. That was my main thing. And I would think to myself, why am I acting like this? But I didn't know how to get out of it. So here's how it would come to a head. It would be in 1998, I was pregnant with her. Now keep in mind, I guess God knew what he was doing, and he made sure that as soon as I got married, I instantly got pregnant because we've been married 18 years, and my son graduates from high school this year, and he'll be 18 this summer, and we'll be married 19 years this summer. But, so I didn't think about divorce in the early years. But then when I was pregnant with her, we fought so much that I just packed my stuff and left and went to Florida. I didn't even tell him that I was leaving. I called when I got to Florida. which made him pretty mad. Okay, but here's the thing. For 6 months, we would be separated. 6 months. And you know what? I don't think I've ever, shared all this.
Not even
with
with me.
y'all?
I don't even know anything.
Okay, just listen for a second, because
Yes.
I told the Lord tonight, Lord, you speak through me. And this is how it's rolling. This was life. A lot of junk going on, but wait, Miss Angie, I thought you said you were in your perfect destiny. Well, I was. But God, still things happen because God wants to get your attention. So, when we were separated, all of a sudden, I felt really, really alone. And you want to know what I would notice? Every time I would go out, I would notice married couples. Instantly. If I saw married couples with children, I would notice that too. And my heart would ache. Absolutely ache. Meanwhile, he's on the couch at home. The same reason he's a couch sleeper. Why go to bed when you're comfortable on the couch? He would pray and pray and pray for God to put his marriage back together. Because it shook him up so much, because he grew up in a home where there was always love. And he got a hold of God. So God put our marriage back.